much, Henry. And now I'd like to call on Harry. Theoharis?
Yes. Difficult name, don't worry. Don't worry. It's easy to say DJ, but Theoharis is more difficult. Well, I'm very, very glad for Kostas's kind invitation to be here again with you, because this brings great memories of cooperation. I think tourism and aviation really go hand in hand, and I very much salute the decision by the new Commission President to join two portfolios, tourism and transport, in one Commission position, which is excellent. It's even more so because it was given to the Greek Commissioner, Apostolos Tizikosos. So I'm really hoping that we can continue this good work that happened in the most difficult times. I think both the speakers before, all the speakers before, made mention of the very, very difficult period that we have to go through. But we managed, in Europe at least, to come out better than the rest of regions. The numbers from the tourism statistics say that this year will be almost like 2019, 95%. Whereas Greece reached 100% of 2019 in 2022, so we're now having 2 years of record growth, more than 2019, and more or less the European countries have reached that record of the best year that we had. So that means that we did things better than other regions in a much more controlled way, and with initiatives like the digital certificate that we pushed for. Our government proposed that in the Commission, and finally it was adopted after a lot of resistance initially. This allowed us, I think, to ensure that our region fared better than others. Now, the good thing is that all those initiatives happen through the coordination and the cooperation with IATA, with ICAO, and with the institutions of aviation. There's no other way, of course, because tourism and aviation, for many countries, it's the only way in. I'm thinking of Cyprus, of course, but Greece largely is a country like that, and many, many, many other countries in the world really depend on aviation to be able to have the important income that comes through tourism, but not just the income, really the social connection, the connection to the rest of the world, because we must never forget that aviation serves a purpose. It's a means to wider societal needs, whether those are economic needs or social needs that have to be fulfilled, and we couldn't even imagine, certainly 80 years ago, but not even 50 years ago, like Kostas's lifetime. So of course, we need to work much more, and Henrik painted a bleak picture, a difficult picture, a picture that we should not put under the carpet, a picture that should give us more energy to fight and accomplish things. And I can tell you, because of course I'm following much more the tourism landscape, the same picture is again in tourism as well. We have, and I'm saying this because of course you know that I'm running for the position as Secretary General for UN Tourism, and should we manage to secure this position for Greece, I can pledge with you that we will work very, very closely with the private sector, with the aviation industry, to ensure that we fight together the common voices that believe that tourism or aviation or both are not forces for progress, not forces for good, but really the exact opposite. This is not true, but in order not to be true, we have to look at the negative effects. We have to look at the challenges. We have to look at the things that are shaping the world today and see how we can mitigate the negative effects and amplify the positive ones. So, of course, digitalization, like the drones in aviation, or the changes that are happening with the AI and the new ways to book, etc., your holidays, which are being created in tourism, is one challenge. The energy issues and the efficiency and what we should be doing is another challenge. The fact that we need to accrue the benefits in the local communities and not just to the big, if you like, corporation or the multinationals, that's also something that's important, because that way the local communities will not see tourism or aviation as part of the problem. And of course, many other things, biodiversity, etc., etc. The SDGs of UN are there to show us at least the number of challenges that we have to face. Well, my view is that UN tourism could do much more than what it currently does in order to face up to those challenges. Just a few weeks ago in Baku, the numbers came out, and tourism really has only done a 1% adjustment to its footprint, and of course this is far less than what is required, far less than what we should be doing. So I think the time for action is now. We've had a lot of events and a lot of prizes and a lot of pilot projects and a lot of things that, okay, we should be proud about that. But I think now we need to move one step forward. We need to scale those pilot projects. We need to understand whether they are scalable or not and what stops them from being scalable. We need to create the ecosystems of consultants and practitioners that will seek out other companies and sell those projects and sell the benefits of those projects, which are now, could be mature enough to make cost reductions or even to increase revenue, and so help both on the top line and the bottom line. And that way, we can start making this transition actual reality on the ground. Unfortunately, we've been very slow in general, not just in our industries. And as a result, we're going to be facing a crunch in terms of the finances, because, okay, it was always difficult to find money for the transition, but now we need to find money for the reconstruction of the environment. We have more and more floods, fires, in Spain, in Greece, and in many other countries, and natural disasters that we never faced before with such severity and such strength and so often one after the other. And as a result, we need a lot of money to ensure that we are dealing with those in the aftermath of those crises. So there's going to be much more difficult projects ahead of us, a lot of difficulties to overcome, but also there's hope. There's hope in the sense that we are mature industries, we have the talent, we have the people, we have the ability and the financial strength to deal with those issues. We just need to work together and fight the forces of fragmentation. In tourism, you have countries that depend absolutely on tourism. They will die whenever tourism stops, like they almost did in COVID. We have countries that bet on tourism. They see tourism as the future in a post-oil economy, like Saudi Arabia, who bets strongly on tourism. And then we have people chasing tourists away with water pistols and blocking the view of Mount Fuji so that people don't stop to photograph it. So of course we have a different landscape. So this all needs different solutions to the problems as perceived by people. So the task is big, it's strong. And I think that's why it's timely that we have this declaration, Aviation for All. I'm thinking that it could inspire us for a Tourism for All declaration. We'll find an occasion to do that as well. But please continue supporting these initiatives, and please continue to be open to cooperation between the two areas, because that's the only way that we can affect change, and that's the only way that we can rise up to the challenge of our generation, and unfortunately the challenge of some generations after us as well. I don't think we'll have the time to complete the task. Thank you very much.